Friends, you are watching another edition of A Quantum Leap Year. I am Tim Lee. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in and joining me outside in this lovely fall morning. The sun is brilliant. The birds are chirping. The wind is crisp. I feel really good to be out here. Um, uh, I have not been feeling this good. um, been having some emotional kind of weirdness going on, and as I even talk to people, in life, catching up with people, other people are experiencing, interestingly, some of the same emotions. So I wanted to use this time to have a word of encouragement for everyone as we continue in this journey. For some reason, the picture that comes to my mind is someone and people just in a little dark corner of their room, curled up, crying, with one small light that's shining on them. And they're just thinking of every single negative thought that can come into their head, every negative memory, every negative experience, and it's just sucking them lower and lower and lower. This is what people call pity parties. And when you have pity parties, what happens is you get full of pity for yourself, and you just go lower and lower and lower and lower. And if anything, that teaches really the power of the law of attraction and the law of like attracting like, and how powerful emotions and thoughts are to your reality, and how they can govern and, in a real sense, dictate your station in life. Um, and so when you're in those moments, you've got to be clear that your life is not defined by the negative moments. And that the negative moments in some cases are not always negative. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes we go into these low points so that we can get to a space where we can reflect. Our lives sometimes are so busy, so full of stress, so full of doing this and putting out that fire and doing that, that we don't have time to go inside and go inward. And so, just like you have a headache, that is a signal to yourself to say, hey, what's going on, right? After you get the headache, you may get, some other kind of body ailment. And emotionally, it happens as well. So if it's not addressed emotionally, it will start to reflect and manifest itself on that physical level. So you want to get to a space where you are able to reflect with balance. And balance is, good on this side or something like that, and bad on this side. Yes, there's going to be bad, there's going to be good, and we see that in nature, which is why we're outside. There is a day, and then there's a night. There is a summer, and then there's a winter. There is a spring, and then there's a fall. You see what I'm saying? So the same way that we have these cycles in nature, so we have them in our lives. And so it's not like we're going to uh, our lives are over because we have one low moment or one failure or one embarrassing moment, but it is a part of it. And it's only when you are at the top of your mountain that you see all of the hills and valleys and climbs that kind of make your um, life what it is, and you see the bigger picture. So I'm going to encourage us to say that there is a bigger picture in all of this, and it may be more appropriate that we're doing this self-reflection now, especially when this moon is as powerful as it is. You may see a lot of people saying stuff about new moon intentions and all that stuff, but this is the time to create. So I recently posted a thing, I think, in Instagram that said, don't worry, create. So you think about, and if you are attracting all these negative moments, think about what you want, because you don't want that. So think about what you want, and then meditate on that, concentrate on that, create affirmations about that. And as I've been doing my word studies on words for other videos and other things I'm working on, affirmation literally means to like make solid, to affirm as true. And so when you affirm something as true and you make it solid, it goes from this mental space in the mind down to the physical as a solid. You see what I'm saying? So you keep affirming it and affirming it, and then the power in your words will manifest it like that. So that's a part of what I've been doing. I've been saying it, and I don't like the way I feel, and then I do something about it. I feel it, but I don't stay there. I do something about it. And the things I'm doing, one, making affirmations, And for instance, the affirmation that I made about healing is one of them. I will do some other ones on being limitless and being, free, and some other ones that we're working on. But another thing that I'm doing also is shifting my diet. And I said in another video that I, you know, was eating smoothies and drinking smoothies for breakfast. Let me say, friends, that in this whole foods kind of experiment that I'm on, and just to let you know, I'm doing whole foods for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Breakfast is fruits mostly, whether it's a smoothie or whole fruits or both. And I eat as much as I want until my heart is satisfied. Second is for lunch, it's my biggest meal. I eat, cooked vegetables as much as I want. I may have, you know, uh, um, a patty or some sort of veggie patty or something like that. I don't know if I want to. And then for dinner, I try to have a raw salad. And let me just say that in the days that I've been doing this, I do feel clearer. The mucus, I've been telling people I have an overproduction of mucus, which makes me sound nasally in many cases. I'm not blowing my nose as much and feeling all congested. I feel uh, um, more less moody. You see what I'm saying? I feel more calm and more even keel. Um, and the that's making a big difference. Let me also say that I try to get out in nature as well, and that kind of helps me understand that I'm not alone in the world, and that there's something bigger than you, something bigger than I, that you know kind of is calling to us, and then to connect to that and connect to ourselves, it helps. It helps a lot. So when I go out in nature, and I hope I'm not scattered, friends, thank you for staying with me. I try to walk barefoot, and that is grounding. That helps us ground in nature and connect to nature, just like trees stand firm. um, Eat the right foods and think the right thoughts. So again, we're going to have lows. That is a part of our life. But the trick is, not to stay there and not to go too low. Um, Friends, I think that's going to be it for me today. I'm going to go ahead and sign off so that I won't get too long of a video, and hope that I've said something that is productive, helpful, and insightful. Um, I again ask you to continue to tune in, and if you like the content, subscribe. You have been watching another edition of A Quantum Leap Year with me, Tim Lee.